Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on October 31st. Happy Halloween, man. Y'all see I got my Halloween shirt on. It's from Bucky's. If you know, you know, man. But y'all know what we do here on the gym session. We cook up every single game, every single day. Small card, just 3 games. We're going to cook them up all the same. If you rocking with me, rock with me, man. I got my Twitter link in the description. You can follow me over there. Of course, I got premium plays over on the site. And I got a new product for you guys I'll talk to you about here in a second. We got a lot to talk about in the NBA tonight. The Clippers shook up the landscape of things. Traded for James Harden. I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on that. And like I told you guys on Twitter last night, we got the first edition of the Do Not Bet list. That'll be appearing at the end of the show. 4 games in, 3 for some teams, and we already got teams on the Do Not Bet list. Man, that is absolutely insane. We'll talk about it here in a little bit. But, hey, I got this new service. It's called Jay's Full Court Press. It's my all access club. It's for you big bettors out there that have asked for this next level service. There's guys out there betting thousands of dollars nightly on the NBA, and those guys have said, Jay, man, what if I just want a next level premium service? You know, I buy your premium plays, but I feel like there's a next level of service that you should offer, and I now offer that for you guys. If it's for you, you know it's for you. If it's not, it's not. We're still going to cook up every single game, every single day, right here for free. And of course, I still got premium plays on the site. But this is for the guys that have asked for this next level service. 775-636-7674. If it's for you, it's for you. Call a number. We'll hook up and we'll see if it's for you, man. But hey, it's a money-making Tuesday. We got 3 beautiful opportunities to make some money today. You know we're finna cook them up right here, right now. So without further ado, let's do exactly that. Let's make some money on a Tuesday. And without further ado, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. First game up, we got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. This line has done some flipping overnight, man. The Cavs are now home dogs. The New York Knicks are laying 2.5 on the road on Cleveland. The reason this line has moved so much, Jared Allen already listed as out. Donovan Mitchell, game time decision. Darius Garland is out, and Ty Jerome is out. So the main piece we're still waiting on in this game is Donovan Mitchell. He's trending towards not playing, but we for sure know no Garland, no Jared Allen. And with that being said, man, it's short, sweet, simple for me. I'm taking the Knicks. I'm going to lay the points with them on the road. This should be a spot the Knicks get a dub. The Knicks played their best basketball out on the road last season. The Knicks straight up on the road last year were the 1, 2, 3. They were the 5th best straight up team on the road. They were 26-21 straight up on the road last season. And they were the 2nd best ATS team on the road last year, were the New York Knicks. Man, they finished the year at 29-17-1 against the spread out on the road last season. That was 63%. And I just think that tonight they lock in and get this one done. I know we've seen them on the road a ton already. They did beat the Hawks out there, lost to the Pelicans. You know, no harm, no foul. They're the better team tonight. We saw them completely beat up on the Cavs in the postseason. I think they do it again here. Taking the Knicks, some land of points here in this one. Next game up, we got the San Antonio Spurs out on the road facing the Phoenix Suns. Suns laying a big number, laying 7.5. This is probably my least favorite of the 3 games tonight. There's some injury news looming over this game as well. Devin Booker, game time decision. When they first initially came out and talked about his injury, they said 2 games. It's been 2 games, so theoretically this is supposed to be the game he comes back. And the line would kind of suggest that he is playing. It was 6.5, went up to 7.5. But I'm not going to read too much into that. I'm not a doctor. And the roster manipulation that goes on in the NBA, we never have any clue. We just don't have a clue. So when I find out anything, I will tweet y'all immediately. If he's in or out, follow me on Twitter. There's a link in the description. But here's how I'm thinking about this game. Here's how this game breaks down in my mind. I see the Spurs keeping this one within the number. I'm going to grab the points with them. And here's why I see that. I'm going to handicap it like Booker doesn't play. Let's say Booker does not play. Then I think the Suns turn into a really perimeter-oriented team. Eric Gordon, Kevin Durant. These are guys that they can get to the bucket, but they much rather prefer the jump shot. And I think the pick and roll is not as lethal without Devin Booker running it. And Nurkic on that roll is not necessarily going to be there in this game like it is in others, because Wemby does block shots. That's his best attribute right here, right now. His length. And he is definitely a defensive disruptor. If he can stay out of foul trouble, I think the Spurs control the paint. I think the Spurs control the boards. And I think that's definitely enough to keep them within this number. If the Suns come out here and shoot lights out, though, they just come out here and shoot lights out. I wouldn't be surprised. But that's not the game I think we see tonight. I think they struggle a bit from three. I think they struggle in the paint mainly. I think the Spurs control the board, and I think that's enough to get us to cover. That's how I see it. We'll see. Again, as soon as I find out anything about Devin Booker, I'll let y'all know on Twitter. Probably my least favorite game as of right now, but I'm definitely leaning the Spurs plus the points. Last game of the night, we got the Orlando Magic out on the road facing the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers laying 7 at the crib. Clippers shook up the NBA last night trading for James Harden. I was dead asleep. And all of a sudden, my phone just started just start going off. Everybody tweeting at me. Everybody texting me. Clippers got James Harden. Clippers got James Harden. I'll talk about it here in a minute, my thoughts on that. Here's my thoughts on this game tonight. My thoughts on this game tonight is we take the Magic and we just ride them straight to Cashville. I know they're on the back end of a back-to-back, but this is mainly a young team, fresh legs. They'll be just fine on the back end of a back-to-back. And I think the line is way overvalued because they're on the back end of a back-to-back. When did the Clippers become a better team than the Lakers? Can somebody explain that to me? Lakers last night were what? -3? Now they got the Clips -7.5. Can somebody explain to me when the Clippers became a better team? Were the Lakers not just the team that was in the Western Conference Finals? Were the Clippers not the team that got bounced early? What have the Clippers done in any capacity since they've come together? Nothing. So expecting them to just automatically do something, I think, is ludicrous. What has James Harden done? Nothing. Especially the last few years. His years in Houston, they count. But with the Nets, nothing. With Philly last year, nothing. Will he add some value to the Clippers? Definitely. Like, they're going to be a better team. But in the grand scheme of things, that's too many balls to go around. Think about this. Westbrook, one of the biggest ball hogs of this generation. Harden, definitely one of the biggest ball hogs of this generation. Kawhi Leonard is the best player over there, so you know he's going to demand his touches. And Paul George, you know, he's Mr. Catch That, Shoot That. Mr. Too Smooth. I love Paul George. But them other three guys get on my nerves. And I don't see it. I don't see it. But for tonight, short, sweet, simple. The play is the Magic. I'm not worried about them on the back end of a back-to-back. I'm not. Fresh guys, young guys. They should have fresh legs. And this line is way out of control. And I didn't even talk about this point. Who the hell are the Clippers even going to play tonight? They traded away a lot of guys. Who's going to field the team tonight? I think their bench is going to be pretty weak. I don't think none of the guys they just traded for will play. P.J. Tucker, Harden, like none of those guys. I don't expect them to play tonight. And I just expect their bench to be really weak. No man, no pal. I think the Magic compete here. I wouldn't even be surprised if the Magic went in here and won this game straight up. They had a chance at the buzzer last night to beat them Lakers. Didn't happen, but I think they come in here and compete with the Clips. I don't understand this line. I don't. I'm sorry. I think the Clips are overvalued. I think the Magic are right back in the wheelhouse where we love them. I'm taking them here, plus the points on the back-to-back. Let's talk the do not bet list, man. We're 3-4 games in for the teams, and there's already teams that have established who they are, and we have identified that we will not be putting money on these teams. We intend to fade these teams more often than not, and if we do like them in a game, we much rather just stay off the game completely. First up, the Houston Rockets, man. This team is terrible. I thought Ime Udoka was going to be able to save them. He can't. The additions they made, Fred VanVleet's always been overrated. He's not that good. Dylan Brooks, he's a cancer. He's a cancer for this team. He single-handedly ignited Stephen Curry the other night. Curry went on to hit 4 straight threes, broke him, had a highlight. If you ain't seen it, you need to go search that. And more often than not, he's going to put his team behind the 8 ball. We saw him poke the bear last postseason with the Lakers, and more often than not, he thinks he's an agitator. He kind of is, but more often than not, it's going to go in the detriment of the Rockets, not in the aid. we look to fade the Houston Rockets. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA again this year. Next up, the Toronto Raptors, man. This team, you lose straight up at home to the worst team in the NBA, the Portland Trail Blazers. That is enough for me to know you guys aren't. I can't take you serious. I intend to fade you guys more often than not. And I said that coming into the year. I've said this countless times. I don't know why I thought they were going to hoop last night, but I think this is one of the worst Raptors teams in recent memory. We've heard this team in just about every trade rumor there is. I was surprised in the Clippers trade. It wasn't a 3-team trade with the Raptors. Siakam, Anunoby, and Scotty Barnes, all three will not be in Toronto by the trade deadline. Somebody getting out of there. And until then, we look to fade this team more often than not. And last but certainly not least, we tried to give this team the benefit of the doubt, and I don't know why we even thought that they were going to be something else than what we already know they are. The Minnesota House of Disappointment. This team is terrible. What they did last night, I don't know if I've seen in quite some time. 19-point lead at half, and then you go get blown out, 39-11 in the third quarter to the Atlanta Hawks on a back end of a back-to-back? That was disgusting. This team is terrible, and they got the nickname last year, the Minnesota House of Disappointment, for a reason. I didn't just give them that just to give them that. They earned that, and that is now their nickname again. We intend to fade these boys more often than not. And in the case we do like any of these three teams, we're going to take a total, or we're just going to leave a game alone. But more often than not, we look to fade these three teams. These are three teams I look to target early in the season. So that's the first edition of the Do Not Bet list, man. Let me know if you like the segment. And that's just my thoughts. And that's going to conclude this episode of my NBA Jam session. I appreciate every last one of y'all watching this video, man. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you rocking with me, rock with me, man. I got my Twitter in the description. Follow me there. I got premium plays over at the website. There's a link in the description for that as well. And like I talked about at the top of the show, man, I now have an all-access club. It's called Jay's Full Court Press. This is for the big bettors, man. This is for you guys that have asked for that next level of service, man. You guys send me your $1,000 tickets all the time, 2,000, 5,000. Guys out there big betting in the NBA, and they've asked for this next level of service, and I'm now offering it for you guys. You get all access to me 24/7, every single game rated. Hey, you can call me. You can ask me any type of questions you want. If this is what you're looking for, man, the number is 775-636-7674. It's for the big bettors out there. If it's not you, stay right here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day right here, man. And then I have premium plays, of course, over at Pickdawgz Premium. This is just that next service that guys have been asking me for. So if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. Let's make some money on a Tuesday, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Some money making Tuesday. Small card, but fun card, I think. We'll see. A lot going on in the NBA landscape. Of course, we're going to continue to talk through it all. I'll be here through the finals. Love talking NBA with my guys. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the description, man. And I'll see y'all soon. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. I'm out of here. Peace.